Welcome to Cold Opal. We've got a couple of exciting videos for you. These are the first videos that I've shot for the channel, and they have varying quality throughout. I've tried to cut and snip and do the best that I could here. If you want to skip to the best stuff, it's second part of the second video. And if you see this, we'll try to have a link here. Otherwise, that'll be time-stamped in that video. Otherwise, enjoy. All right. Hey there, everyone. What we have here is a parcel of Ethiopian opal, various types. And we're going to open this up and see what's inside, what treasures can be unearthed, what kind of condition it is in, since it was shipped here from overseas. One thing that I will say is that I kept this in a near freezing garage overnight, and this opal ships wet. So we're going to find out if that was a terrible mistake or if it doesn't really matter. It'll be interesting either way to see what happens. I don't think it froze out here, but it was cold enough to maybe make a difference. So without any further ado, let's crack it open and see what we can find. It seems to be packed very well, rather securely. I'm going to grab a scissors. We're going to cut the tape. Oh boy. Okay, here's our first piece. It says it's 84 carats, 31 millimeters by 26 millimeters by 23 millimeters. It seems to have stayed nice and wet. Now let's check it out. Look at that. This was kind of an interesting piece, and I got it as a tester or a specimen just to get an idea of the material. As you can see, there's potch running through the middle, and then on the outside of it is where there could be color. And there doesn't appear to be any color in this one. That's kind of disappointing. Let's put some light on it and see if that helps. Yeah, that helps a lot. Not certain if the camera's able to pick that up. This is all a learning experience for me too. Oh, there she goes. Ooh, look at that. Wow. And now that kind of lightly colored potch on top of the black potch is starting to come alive a little bit too. Oh yeah. Look at that. Well, it looks like it survived the journey. Oh, look at that, what is showing on the edge I don't know if the camera will pick this up. Let me just move this here a little bit. Yeah, that just falls down like that. Don't worry. Okay. There's a pretty nice pattern that goes along the edge of this fracture. These kind of come in egg nodules or little baseball, softball size nodules, and I don't know if they just break them open on the floor or how they break them apart, but when the light is at the right angle, that potch is appearing almost chocolate-esque, if that's a word, and it's not. But there's flashes of color inside the potch. Oh wow. There's really deep reds coming through that potch, and it comes through the entire length of the stone, it looks like. That's incredible. Up in this corner, when the light is at this angle, there's some really nice green, dark red. I'm sure this ended up as a specimen because they were like, okay, this is not going to cut a nice cabochon. But you know what? If you had a little ingenuity and you wanted to take the risk to try to cut this, I think you could cut a very, very nice stone out of this. I'm not sure that's what we're going to do with it, but yeah, when it's at the right angle, it's really quite nice. The brightness isn't. I mean, when it's on, and it's got nice brightness. But the problem is, it's semi-directional, and the light has to be hitting it just right for it to display those colors. But when it does, it's very nice. Even on the surface of the stone, it's picking up green. I've prepared some high-tech jars that I'm going to be placing these in, and we'll do that now. I'm going to use distilled water. The water quality here is not good, and I wouldn't put anything valuable in it. There it goes. It's not going to be the best for display purposes, but for now, it'll be just fine. All right. So that was piece number 1, 84 carats. Let's move on to piece number 3. Or 2 if you're counting accurately. This is a 66 carat specimen, 38 by 23 by 14 millimeters. This one's much brighter, I can tell already. It's not needing that same help that other stone was. And you can see the flash right on the surface of the stone. And then it continues in. It's a deep kind of a burgundy in the middle. This is much nicer than what I thought I was buying. I bought this almost as just to be a test parcel or a test piece to try some different things with getting this to dry out without cracking or crazing. That seems to be what everyone's searching for, right? So let's do some tests. But yeah, when that light is coming through there, there's red, orange, yellow, green, and we just dropped it. There's violets coming through at this angle now. This is much nicer than what it looked like. This one looked like it didn't have much play of color, and now that I'm looking at it, it is very dark red in spots. It seems to go all the way through, and depending upon which angle the light is at, it's changing. Well, I'm quite impressed. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's prepare our special jar. These are all proprietary scientific processes that I'm using here. So I'm not just dropping an opal specimen into a pharmaceutical bottle that's been filled with distilled water. Let's just call it a proprietary process. And there we go.